Whereas Robert H. Hartman has served the borough of Pottstown as a dedicated employee since 1960, and whereas during his career with the borough, he has served diligently as the borough's engineering inspector, and whereas for the past 52 years, Robert has worked in the position of engineering inspector, and during that time, he assisted numerous residents and other outside entities, as well as our own internal customers, with the highest level of customer support. And whereas Robert's presence at Borough Hall will be truly missed by the people that have worked with him. Now, therefore, be it, and it is hereby resolved by the Mayor and Town Council that Robert H. Hartman is officially recognized for the outstanding service he has provided the Borough of Pottstown through 52 years of employment, and further that he has extended best wishes for a happy and well-deserved retirement. And congratulations. Whereas Kenneth R Gus has served the borough of Pottstown as a dedicated employee since 1969. And whereas during his career with the borough, he has served for several years as a skilled and semi-skilled laborer within the Streets Division. And whereas for the past 21 years, Kenneth has worked in the position of Service Worker 1, Streets Division, within the Public Works Department. And during that time, he assisted our residents by maintaining the borough streets in the safest condition possible, even after numerous snowstorms, with the highest level of customer support. And whereas Kenneth's presence at the Borough Garage and Borough Hall will be truly missed by the people that have worked with him, he'll be missed by us too, because I see him working all the time. Now, therefore, be it, and it is hereby resolved by the Mayor and Town Council that Kenneth R Gus is officially recognized for the outstanding service he has provided the Borough of Pottstown through 43 years of employment, and further, he has extended best wishes for a happy and well-deserved retirement.
Thank you.
Whereas Ronald C Downey has served the borough of Pottstown as a member in abundant capacity, such as the Schuylkill River Heritage Area, the AMBUCS, the 250th Anniversary Committee, the Parks and Rec Board, the Pottstown Carousel, Pottstown Borough Council, and most recently, the Pottstown Borough Authority. And whereas Ronald C Downey willingly engaged himself and mentored staff, and especially myself, Ron, I will always appreciate that, and fellow members in a wide variety of issues affecting the health, safety, and quality of life of Pottstown's 22,000 residents, and whereas Ronald C Downey has been an invaluable resource to various boards and Pottstown's elected and appointed officials who have relied on his professional skill and leadership's ability to bring about many positive changes to the borough and authority customers. And whereas Ron's presence in Borough Hall will be truly missed by the hundreds of people that have worked with him and by thousands of people in the community where he has lived and served with an uncommon respect, integrity, kindness, and all accomplished through an astounding and incomparable farmer mentality. Now, therefore, be it resolved and hereby resolved by the Mayor and Town Council that Ronald C Downey is officially recognized for his outstanding service he has provided for the Borough of Pottstown for over 40 years of community service, and further, that he has extended best wishes for a happy and well-deserved retirement. Adopted at the Pottstown Borough Hall, 100 East High Street, this the 9th day of January 2013.
Whereas Jim Frymoyer graduated from Pottsgrove High School and has spent his entire life in serving the Pottstown community, and whereas Jim graduated from the Leadership School of the Tri-County Chamber of Commerce, whereas Jim has been involved in numerous charitable organizations. He is a life member of the Moose and past Moose State President. He was also the Moose Community Service Chairman of Eastern Pennsylvania, a past board member of the Pottstown YMCA and the Pottstown Senior Center. Jim was also involved with the United Way and the cluster outreach. And plus he works 2 jobs, it's amazing. Whereas Jim's love of children has led him to be actively involved in creating and coordinating charity events benefiting local children and their families. Jim has taught the dangers of drug and alcohol to children, coordinated with the Pottstown Police Department to provide a program for 85 children to attend a Moose Youth Awareness Seminar, conducted blood drives for area youth in need of blood transfusions, raised funds for a locally ill child and for another child who had their bike stolen. Jim assisted Pottstown Women of the Moose in the Sunshine adoption of 3 brothers at the Moose Heart School in Illinois, who received cards, letters, and birthday and holiday gifts from the local organization. Jim has also assisted Pottstown Women of the Moose in starting an annual spring holiday egg hunt at Barth Elementary in Pottstown. Whereas in 2012, Jim set up an athletic scholarship fund in memory of Sean Thomas Reed, a football player and 2000 graduate of St. Pius X High School in Pottstown, who died of an auto accident. Whereas not only the youth of the Pottstown area benefit from Jim's kindness, he spearheaded a fundraiser to raise $10,000 for a local resident in need of a liver transplant. Whereas for 25 years, Jim has coordinated 2 traditions started by the Moose and continued for the past 2 years by the Manatawny Association in Pottstown, of hosting a holiday party for local foster children and collecting and distributing food and gifts for families in need. For 2012, 125 children were invited to the party. 250 children received gifts and 58 families received groceries due to the tireless action of Jim and other community volunteers, businesses, and individual donations, as well as the U.S. Marine Toy for Tots program. Whereas no matter what adversity Jim may have faced himself, he is always willing to help others, and to do so for no reason other than the personal satisfaction he feels, seeing the smiling faces of those he helps. Whereas in 2012, Jim Frymoyer was inducted to the Pottsgrove High School Honor Roll Club for his outstanding community service. Now therefore, I, Bonnie Heath, Mayor of the Borough of Pottstown, do thank Jim Frymoyer, the Manatawny Association, and many other charitable organizations and individuals who give of their time and money to help those in need and the youth of our community.